love Belfast, I don't care what you say. I don't care what they say. I'm from Belfast town and I'm proud of this place. Yeah, it's got my heart and soul.
Americano, please.
We go to the club.
The hills are alive with the sound of music. My heart wants to beat like the wheel that sings.
He is interested. Alright.
What about Dominic? Where's he?
Hello?
Listen, let's meet up because otherwise I won't see you. I've just told you I'm outside the coffee kiosk opposite Primo.
So words of wisdom. I think the best words of wisdom I heard recently was to a man with a hammer. Every problem looks like a nail.
So you still got the tan anyway, how are you keeping that going?
I just said that to say I have the clue, kind of a medication.
George Best, son. Call him Best. He's posing for Burton.
See today, it's the one day that I can't see a homeless person to give a slice of pizza to. How can this be? How is this possible in Belfast? They're usually on every street.
Most people would know that Henry Joy McCracken was hung down at Dunn Stores, and they used to hang in Carmarket, but here was where the last hangings were, public hangings in Belfast, 1830.
Right here on this very spot of the kiosk.
This sort of general area here, yeah.
It's like this, governor. Me and the missus, we go down to Margate. That's what life's all about.
You dog walking today?
No, haven't been out there much.
Just chilling?
They pretty much have a lot of dogs walking taken care of. Just the troubled dogs that I look after.
Bops, inspired by Rory Ward. What happened to Bops? Belfast used to be Bop City back in the day, and now all you get is pastry, this or that. Are we French or what? What happened to coconut fingers and gravy rings, the currant squares and creamy dans, the Bops? I swear it's conspiracy. Someone's renamed our Bops. Bops and all subsequent connotations and associations are part of the very essence of our misspent Irishness, or misspent Britishness, depending on the cultural mix, kneaded into your slow-baked demographic. How many boys nicknamed Bop do you know? I can recall at least 5 in my lifetime. You'll not get away with naming our Bops. Don't be at it, or your eyes will be swole up like Bops. So just rise a Bop and lay off our Bops, chap, or we'll be assembling an army of boys by the name of Bop, and you'll be getting slapped, you'll be getting crimped, blanched, broiled, dusted, you'll be getting battered, bop, bop, bop. With all these super swank supermarkets nowadays, the humble Bop is near extinct. Now, I'm all for multiculturalism, but the folks coming here got to recognise how we've been bred, and the conglomerates can still make their dough. Just don't be taking our Bops around telling you we lost a Bop. So make sure you support your local bakery. Get in there and get yourself some proper Bops, and we'll get Bops back on the map. Just don't go in saying, "Here love, just look at your Bops, would ye?"
How long have you been coming to the kiosk?
Long time.
I have been coming here for 10 years. Seeing your face here for 10 years. Huh? You make me make my own coffee.
I just the people down here, the people nice to talk to. You always have some crack. You always have some fun when you're talking about things.
I come here for the company, to be honest. I like the company. I feel very relaxed here. You know, I don't like this big cafe industries like Starbucks and Nero, where you get your coffee and you sit down and that's it. Here it's like a family reunion, you know. We meet and we talk, you know.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's one with the purple badge.
You know?
I come to the kiosk because coffee's great. Honestly, I've been coming to the kiosk for years, through all its transformations. Remember when it was still like the bus terminus type thing? Then it moved because of all the footpath getting done. And through coming here, I made friends and stuff with Neil and Tristan and Jack. But the reason we come is the coffee's great, isn't it? Well, you know I like coffee.
You know how long this place has been here?
Don't know, maybe about 9 years. I remember one time they dug a hole and then they took it away and then they brought it back. How long since they got all the trees pulled down? They haven't put them up again. There's not a tree the whole way down High Street. Even trees that survived the bomb, they pulled them out of the roots outside River House. They survived bombs, car bombs, and then they pulled it out, DOE pulled them out, destroyed them. They're not exactly very green.
I think my mum was coming here for about 10 years. Yeah, over 10 years, and she started telling me about some of the guys here. I met Foy Vance here. I've met quite a few musicians here, actually. That's
okay. This is Chrissy Hine, posing as Pamela Anderson, and we're here in Belfast, starting a revolution of chaos, which begins with pub bands, and we're all going to leave our shitty big bands and our crap rule the world mentality, and we're going to go back into little pubs like this, like that, and start over, back to basics. So see you here in Belfast.
How's the coffee?
It's really good, actually. It tastes like licorice.
I love Belfast, I don't care what you say. Oh, the horror and the beauty and the horror. You look up from all parts of this place and you can see the Black Mountain towering above us, disdainful of all our madness down below. We dander down the high street past the Albert Clock. You see the River Lagan, clean now it is, no longer chocker with old supermarket trawlers. We've got visiting seals, cormorants, heron, guillemots.
See, the trouble with history in Belfast, I met a history teacher and he said, I teach history. And I said, whose version? History in Belfast is always very selective. So, you know, a radical city, Presbyterians funding the first two Catholic churches built after the Reformation. A lot of people wouldn't know that. Now the fact's interesting, the fact people don't know is more interesting.
Where do you come from?
Paris. Have you been, Neil?
Yeah.
And?
Hectic. Grand du Nord.
Gare du Nord.
Gare du Nord. Yeah.
Gare du Nord is the station to take you to the north, which is take you to London, Calais. You know, that's Gare du Nord.
It seemed quite hectic outside that particular station. A lot of busy, a lot of dealing, a lot of stuff going on.
In which way? In an illegal way?
Yeah,
exactly
just edgy
right.
kind of
and
overly
you have to be
busy.
very careful. Yeah, exactly. It's there's a lot of multicultural, place, and people are everywhere, and you have to be careful. Your wallet, your bags. You can't trust anyone over there. But it's a beautiful city.
The facts are interesting, particularly about the church. The fact a lot of people don't know is more interesting, because sometimes people look at history as a way of confirming a view, in the same way that most people read the media or buy newspapers just to confirm their worldview. If you really want to understand Belfast, you have to approach it with an open mind.
So John, give us that song again.
Now down the road lives a man I'd like you all to know. He grew a great big marrow for the local flower show. And when they saw the size of it, everybody cried. Oh what a beauty. I've never seen one as big as that before. Oh what a beauty. It must be 6 feet long or even more. It's such a lovely color. It's nice and long and fat. I must admit I've never seen one as big as that. Oh what a beauty. I've never seen one as big as that before. I've never seen one as big as that before. Right.
You've been coming to this coffee kiosk for how many years?
I can't even remember it. That length of time and everything.
Belfast changed much since you've been coming here?
Yeah, drastically. I can remember when there was the population, the amount of people living here was, I would always say, even below 50% of what the population is now. Different way of life, but at the same time it's not been so drastic as you would see in other places. It's more laid back, easy manner about it, and you're chilled as you go along.
Good mate. The temperature's perfect as well. It's a good vintage. I think it's a 9.2.
What? You're never give me a 9.2 in your life, man.
I think it's a 9.2.
Well, the head was a bit brown.
No, the head's perfect. Perfect level of consistency. Not too many bubbles. Creamy, thick. Temperature's good. Close to perfect. Get your hold of the weekend.
Belfast has its own beauty. Every city has its own little thing, And what I like about Belfast, honestly, is the people. People have time for you. They talk to you. They're friendly, honestly. They are very friendly. You go to Paris, the Parisians, they're very arrogant. They have no time for you, they ignore you, all this. And there you have customers.
Coffee, please. Quite enough.
I love Belfast. I don't care what you say. I don't care what they say.
I'm going now to the city hospital to have my lunch, sir.
City hospital?
Big canteen anybody can go into. Did you not know that?
No.
Beautiful big canteen. You get a nice wee lunch of about $5.50.
If you were a Star Wars character, what would it be?
Will never beat on me. Your innocent vengeance
be honest, is I don't know. It's the time. You know, when you pass time here, it's really difficult to really switch off and change your life just like that. You know, after so many years, it's difficult to to go back home because everything has changed at home. It's not the same, and you feel really strange at home. You don't feel yourself. You don't fit in anymore. That's the thing. And Belfast now, it's my new home. Honestly, I can't move back.
I love Belfast, I don't care what you say. I've worked away from here, you know. Far away I've roamed, from the top of the Empire State to the swamplands of Baton Rouge. But Madam Belfast haunted me in my dreams. Yeah, loyal, steadfast and true. I'll remain here till they lay me in my grave.
All my life done a lot of travelling, different places throughout the world, that is. And I've lived over here for approximately 50 years. And just seem to come back. Sort of roots, but I originate from the south of England, opposite the Isle of Wight. It just here seems like my home, the place that my roots are, and because I feel relaxed when I'm here, as such. And that's my way of living.
Sorry, I believe. These are the new boys, Mark. These are the new ones now.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I've been coming to this kiosk for about God knows how many years. I haven't got a clue, but probably since it was here. I used to be a bodybuilder, and I'm not now, obviously. I went through an illness that put me into a coma for 6 months. I had to learn to walk, talk all over again. I have this wee fella here, and anyone who knows what it is, it's called tracheotomy. Generally do it to save your life when you're in a coma.
You can do a Belfast accent.
Well, could I say Patty? Could I say,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Patty? Hey, Patty, give me an Americano, please. So you would.
Hello, I'm Owen from Belfast City Centre. I like wildlife. The kind of wildlife I like is watching sharks, watching whales, blue whales, sperm whales, dolphins, the great white shark. The great white shark is the best, is the top of the food chain. Takes no nonsense, does its own thing, goes by itself, minds his own business. Until then, it gets interrupted. Now when it gets interrupted, that's when the shit hits the fan.
You tell me a little bit about yourself.
Myself?
A little history, don't mind sharing.
I can't. Which side? Which one? Which history do you want to know?
Just.
I don't think it's consumed. No? I can't share my life just with anyone, anybody. No? Watch this, huh? I just wipe, you know? So.
The Boston or Athens of the North, this city was once called, known and feared for its free thinking. And when I do tours and I tell people, and it still is, you always get a sarcastic laugh from local people. Well, you know what? It has the possibility to be like that again. You know, all it takes is open minds and open hearts, and we've enough good people here to do that.
Big crossroads here, okay? Yeah. You go up here, up Davis Street, right to here, okay? And you take a right here, okay? Yes. And then you follow this round here, okay?
Yeah, and then round here is the peace wall, okay?
Okay.
You'll see it on your way around, okay? You can't miss it. Okay?
Good.
So who's this wee man?
What?
Who's this wee man?
This is Max. Hello, Max. How are you? Max is 3. Are you filming? Yeah. Max is 3. What, aren't you? And you start nursery in September? Don't you? Yeah, you do. Max has a condition known as Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which means that his muscle tone is overly low. So that's why he's 3, but he's not walking at the moment. So he's going to a wee special school called Mitchell House, which will help him hopefully get onto his feet for a while. Yeah, it's a bit of a gut punch, isn't it, son? There's the Shane. Yep. Gradually you'll get weaker and weaker and you'll need more help, won't you? And then, but it's been like this since we've been born. Sometimes you think about the future, it's not that great. Then you look at him now, and you get all, yay! You have to live in the now, live in the now, I suppose. Take every day as it comes, isn't that right? What's that you're playing? Angry Birds.
Liking the weight of the coffee again there. Tells me there's a good ratio involved there of coffee to foam. Temperature's not bad, but I'm not sure it's premium quality. Sorry, I've got to be honest here. It's not up to your usual standards. Maybe 5 degrees too low.
Seriously?
It's a wee bit too cool.
What about smoothness though?
It's a nice coffee, don't get me wrong. It's a nice coffee, but it's only a 7.8 today. 7.8. Now, on the grand scheme of things, you know, for Belfast City Centre, it's very good quality coffee, but as far as the coffee case is concerned, it's only a 7.8, I'm afraid.
What's the strangest thing you've ever seen happen on the street, Eddie?
Hello?
The strangest thing you've ever seen happen on the street when you were working?
Two-legged rat.
What?
A two-legged rat.
A two-legged rat? What was it doing?
I don't know.
My biggest hero was my father.
Why would you say that?
Well, he's still around, 76. When I was a kid, when I grew up, all I wanted to be was like him. And I just don't want to die before him. No, I actually want to die before him because when he goes, I think I was being bankrupt. So, that's kind of just... I'll give you another interview another day. But today...
Americano, please.
Okay. Just like his dad, Callum dips into fashion world. George Best, son. That's the guy who they named the airport on, yeah? The city airport. George Best City Airport.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Why naming an airport on this man? This name's
He's the most famous footballer that's come out of Northern Ireland.
Really?
Yeah. Some say he was as good as Pelé.
Oh, come on. Come on. Pelé is Pelé, George Best is George Best. Look, I give you an example. If you go to France and you tell them who's Pelé, everybody will know Pelé. If you tell them who's George Best, nobody knows George Best in France. Maybe some old people, maybe the new generation will not know. But the new generation, if you tell them, if they know Pelé, they will know Pelé. They will tell you, yes, we do.
I really think that the airport should be named out of some, I don't know, an inventor of penicillin, for example. Who is it? Who invented penicillin?
She's not French?
Yes, for example.
What was his name?
Pasteur.
Pasteur.
That's it.
Louis Pasteur.
Louis Pasteur.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was that whole...
Belfast City Airport, Louis Pasteur.
But he's French, he's not Irish.
Yeah, but the guy saved millions of people. This guy saved millions and he's still saving people.
Well, why is the Paris airport not named after him?
Who?
Why the Paris airport?
I don't know. It's just I'm giving you an example of you know, of if you name something like that, name something out of someone who made something useful in this life.
See you during the week?
You probably will. I won't call down to see you.
We need to have a chat.
Aye.
Like old time's sake, you know?
Aye. Back the way it should have been.
Me. Camera on it. It is. Cheers.
What was my question again?
It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen here.
Your purple trousers.
At the end of the day, I think a lot of people in this, particularly in Belfast, go around and take things way too seriously. I think people just need to chill. Just do things that make them feel happy. Too many people are kind of told to do certain things that you know they don't want to do them. Yeah, plus it's my head in sometimes.
But it's a bit of craziness here, like.
Oh, there's craziness here, but that's good. You embrace the craziness.
Same angle. Different day.
Hey son, do me a favour. See if you see Rosemary coming up here. Tell Mama well that.
You alright?
Castle Court, aye. Just a wee bit short of that.
Here,
I'll see you later.
Do you want a glass of water?
No, I'm alright. Whenever you're do you want me to give you a hand?
It's like a prototype for how Belfast is a prototype. So have you been there?
It's got a tooth out.
At least it's not one in the front.
It's a bit sore. Somebody give me painkillers, drop by there and give me a couple of Cocodamol.
Should you be in charge of that camera on Cocodamol?
This city is like a magnet. When you come here, you stay more than 5 years, that's you. You're here, you're staying here. You go nowhere. It's like a trap. You know?
Oh, action.
Well, George and I and Tommy McCackey was sitting having a coffee one morning, and it was our photo was in the Sunday World the next week in the Who column, and it was like it was the 4th of March a couple of years ago. It says when everybody's going to work, it was like look at those day wasters. Me and George.
You're in the middle.
Well, by photo was on. You only got theirs to the back of their heads.
Yeah.
George always hates his face on it.
You got the full front on.
A big letter, see Facebook. I always wanted to go around and get the photo of it. And say, like, by the way, see what you say about the wasters. George is the only waster. We were panting. We were panting. It was the Sunday World on the 4th of March. The capsule was against the crack.
Well, it's great that. It's good to hear about him getting married. Finally, settling down. I think he'd make a great father too.
Who's that?
Sean.
He's getting married?
Aye.
I never heard that. What's the crack there?
I think it's going to be, I think it's Cookstown or somewhere. It'll be Cookstown's first gay wedding.
Oh, you mean getting married to me?
Yeah.
Ah, you're some fun man.
A good thing when we get them boys that bake the cakes around the corner, we'll do it for you.
They say a drowning diver sees the passage of his life. What passed for that I can only guess. The slows and ambulance of aqueous free fall. Cut.
Oh, seriously, I think it's the best thing I've ever been involved with so far. Do you know what it's called? You've got a customer there?
Yeah, I know him. That's Boba Fett.
Don't worry about it. That's not what it's called though. It's called Archaic Symmetry.
Why?
Because the cello one sounds like it's really archaic. It sounds really old, more medieval. And the other one's called Symmetry, and that's all MPCs and the samples. And the symmetry is because I recorded it with this guy that we've known for 10 years over the internet, but we only met physically recently.
Okay, so I get off the train at St George's morning and I bump into Paddy Lynn, who's a market trainer. And he says to me, I have something for you here. So he vanishes into the back of his stall and comes back out and says, that old house you sold up in Stranmillis. And long story short, he hands me the door knocker of the house, which I thought I'd never see again.
What,
And then on the next door was this newspaper, which is from the morning that boy, that son of mine, was born. And the house was bought because of him. So I guess it's all got to go to him, this stuff.
What's the newspaper headline then?
It's the Kegworth air crash. That there was a flight coming from London on a Sunday night. There was a load of people from Belfast. There was a load of people killed on that. So yeah, weird little coincidence.
And it worked out.
Oh yes, we were talking about the two boys walking along the riverbank.
Last week. Fair enough.
This was told to me by a very fine Dutchman in Scotland. So you imagine a situation, and there are two boys and they're walking on each side of a river, on the riverbanks, and they're looking at each other. One of them eventually says, how do you get to the other side? And the other one shouts back, sure, you're on the other side. Just like you, on the other side. Thank you. Paul Hunter.
I know from doing tours, a lot of people in Belfast, they might have heard something, but most don't know the real story because it doesn't fit a particular narrative. Likewise, a lot of, the real great Irish Republicans, all mostly radical Presbyterians. So the facts are interesting, particularly about the church. The fact a lot of people don't know is more interesting because, sometimes people look at history as a way of confirming a view in the same way that most people read the media or buy newspapers just to confirm their worldview.
You know how I am usually, do you?
What, volatile and French and all that?
Yes, I like to talk, I like to show myself. Today I'm not myself. I'm sorry. Is that Colombian?
No. It's Colombian for the kick, Guatemala for the body, and Ethiopian for the flavour.
No, it's good coffee.
I love Belfast, I don't care what you say. I love Belfast, I don't care what you say. Is that good enough for you? I'm Mary, what's your name?
Paul.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye, Paul.
Did you like it?
I did like it. Who just leave it on?
I wrote it myself.
I made sure.
Is that good enough, hon?
Good.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
It would be too easy to say Darth Vader. I'm going to go Chewbacca.
Chewbacca?
Yes.
Why? If you want to sing it on the way out.
So, idea, they, a doctor, son, oh, me. You remember that one? Ciao!
Bye! For all that drama, you only give him a 7.9?
Speak. Get me my cappuccino, please. Stop messing around like this.
Stop that. Let me speak to you normally. Not everything is art, Neil. Not everything is art. Turn it off, come on.
Neil, I hope that when you leave, it actually is the Millennium Falcon underneath.
I tell you, when they brought me in the ambulance, they gave me 2 shots of fucking morphine.
Anyway, I'm away with my rhubarb tart to deliver to my aunt's house.
I was sitting smoking on the ambulance. I wasn't smoking when I thought I was smoking.
What's for the night?
McHugh's, 8 o'clock.
No matter where you go, you'll have to make a choice about who you're going to be. Because life is not about finding out who you are. Life is about deciding who you want to be, and that's the Belfast has to decide now. But for God's sake, this city produced Terry Hooley. No other city in the world could have produced fucking Terry. Do you know what I mean?
Morning, you like a newspaper over today?